Saravanan. தெரியும். நமஸ்தே. ஓம் நம சிவாயா. நான் வந்து டாக்டரில் ஒரு வைத்தியர், பாரம்பரிய வைத்தியம் சொல்லுவேன், பரம்பரா வைத்தியர். ஆனால் அந்த கல்ஃபில் ஃபஸ்ட்டாக ஒரு 2000 ஆயுர்வேதம் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ஒரு லக்கு கிடச்சிது. நான் அங்கே ஆயுர்வேதா ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் போட்டிருந்தது. நம்ம ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் ஆயுர்வேதா இருந்தது, ஹோமியோ இருந்தது, ஏபி தெராப்பின்னு தெராப்பி இருக்குது தெரியுமா? நம்ம தேனீச்செல்வா ஹனி பீஸ் ஸ்டிங்கிங். ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் ஆல் treatments started from great India and exploded to other places. But unfortunately, now the Westerners, not only now, they have got nothing, so they want to monopolize us. So they mesmerized us by telling there is science. Actually, they have got no science. Do you know the definition of science? Can you explain what is science?
Innovative ideas.
No. That is called, they used to call modern. Science is not that. Science, their definition is anybody doing the same thing will have the same result in spite of anywhere they are doing. This is only returned as a slogan. So if the same result is getting, then why within 10 or 15 years majority of their medicine they are changing? But none of the medicines which Siddha, which Bogar or Agastya has told, any medicine has changed by you people? Have you changed any of the composition of any medicine? Why? Because we have got a purified medicine. If you don't mind, can you remove the mask? Because I am the first man who filed a case against the mask in the Supreme Court. We are all thinking mask is a safety measure, but mask will make skin care because the oxygen intake level will be reduced when you are masking your face. And the same carbon dioxide which is returning, exhaling, will be recycled back. So your lungs capacity to hold oxygen will be gone. So when the oxygen level is reduced, all diseases started. But they monopolized us and tell this is the science, you should obey. Why? Because we not gone to the standard of their crookedness, not their science. They are not having anything scientifically proved. Because if it is science, none of their medicine might have changed after 15 or 25 years. Can you tell any medicine which the allopathy is having 25 years old? No. Am I right? But our medicine, age-old, which Agastya told, still it is there. But what happened? Our character, which is sober, they take it for granted and they bulldoze on us and told, they have got the science, we are fools. And we accepted it. Now this is the time, as it is very well said in the Gita, we should have to resist back because this is our survival. You may not be available. The homeopathy was started by whom? Who was he? Allopathic doctor. No, allopathic doctor having a consciousness like majority of the Indians, like you people. எவ்வளோ நாலேஜ் உங்களுக்கே இருந்தாலும் உங்களோட டாக்டர்னு கூட பரைய மாட்டேன், நிம்மதியாக இருக்கும். ஆனால் இது தெரியாமல் வந்து ஓ நீ ஏன் டாக்டர்னு அந்த மாதிரி அலோபதி வந்து புல்டோஸ் பண்ணியாச்சு. அதுக்கு பதிலாகத்தான் ஹோமியோபதி வந்தது. 100 years back, there were 1,25,000 homeo hospitals and clinics in US. Now there is not a single one. Simply by blasphemy, they eliminated by selling it is a pseudoscience. Because they are not having a chance to prove it is better than allopathy. But by the way, allopathy and homeopathy are the two wings of the same bird. And all you people are also studying the same thing, first year anatomy, pathogen and all same. Last only you were changing to the other branches. So you are not at all inferior, but they made in a way to feel you are inferior. Super class people will be getting allopathy MBBS. And the rejection who are rejected are getting Siddha, Homeo, Yoga, like that. So that is not the standard, because all are studying the same thing, and you people should have to feel you have the capacity to do the same. Now what has happened, a allopathic doctor from our branch in Kerala, his name is Abhi Philip, and his father is an endoscopy man, the super specialty doctor. He simply written in the Wikipedia and in all social media, Homeo is having side effects. Ayurveda is having side effects. It is having heavy metals. By writing this, they made confusion in the mind of the patients. Raga Roga is an doctor. Roga nata Raga, it is coming through the mind. Because even regarding the Raga, we can speak on here, am I right? Raga Roga, the Kalishyangal. You might have studied in another way. Because when we are mentally disturbed, our diseases start from there. Diseases are coming to the physical level only in the second stage, when we couldn't object it by the mind. And we, the great Indians, are the people who find out where the mind is, where the soul is, which they are not having even a proven record of where the soul is. Without knowing the soul or Jivatma, they are treating the soul. That is why they are failing and we are succeeding, because we understand their complete problems and suggesting some medicines. And the super specialty of our doctors, you should have to, in olden days, you should have to inspect the patient, find the karana, then the medicine also you should have to go, pick it and mix it and feed to the patient. That was the condition of Ayurveda and Siddha, which they people only writing some prescription by looking to the engineering side, because there's some test report they may be getting. Looking to the test report, they are prescribing, and some pharmacopoeia manufacturers are giving the medicine, and actually there is nothing, this role for the doctor to diagnose. All the engineering developments, they baptized and told modern medicine has gone to that extent and you are all alternative. No, you are in the mainframe, but you should have the guts to tell. When they are coming to attack us, you should have the guts to attack them back. How? The same documentary evidence you should prove. So all the cases from today onwards, when you are make notes, evidence based. So we can prove to that people we have the evidence, okay, on a scientific manner. Science is nothing, it is the postmortem of the truth. Science never invented anything, but they made it to, it is scientifically proven. No, the engineering refining, they made MR scan, they have made sound scan, and so many engineering developments, they are telling this is all connected with modern medicine. It is not modern medicine, it is modern engineering which they have taken as baptized as theirs. Now the diseases has increased or decreased. I think most of you have been practicing more than 10 to 15 years, am I right? So now the diseases has increased or decreased. So how they can tell the modern advanced medicine is good? No, it is a failure. And in the latest, they made a law because the medical comes under the state subject. Altogether, the center has made a protocol for the new medical law. In that, they are telling 53 medicines are not curable. And in Kerala, already we started our fight against this one. For as far as Siddha or Yoga or homeopathy is concerned, we can treat any disease. Am I right? If you know the root cause, you can treat now. But they are telling, no, we can't treat it, we can only manage, because they want he as a permanent patient. So now the death toll is coming after the COVID. All the death is due to the COVID vaccination. We have proved it. We filed case in Supreme Court. You can just Google Thambi Nagarjuna. I am connected with Awaken India movement, which we filed case in Supreme Courts and in High Courts. You know AEFI? Have you got the terminology AEFI? Are you aware? No, adverse event following immunization. It is the protocol of the WHO. If anybody having an unnatural death, even in nearby you should intimate to the police station or to the medical officer to do a medical terminology AEF protocol. AEFI protocol autopsy need 5 doctors to be there when they are doing the postmortem. Then only it will be recorded as an event connected with the vaccination problem within 10 years after vaccination. And graphite is the biggest poison, blade, razor blade, they added in the vaccines. So most of the death you may be knowing, youngsters are dying here. But what is the problem? When you people are going emotionally to the court, we are not having any sufficient evidence with us. You may be knowing 2 years back on film artist died. Some of his colleagues went to the court. Court fined him 2 lakhs, telling, go away. What is the evidence you are having? You are not having any evidence to prove it is from the vaccination. With the evidence, we filed a case in Kerala for asking 10 crore as compensation. At that time, in the Supreme Court, they told the fact sheet of the vaccine is telling there is problems and they took voluntarily, so government or the pharmacopoeia is not responsible. That means their science is cheating us. We should not allow it, and we should make the client, customers, more than practicing in here for salary, you have got a social commitment which you should have to boldly tell to the public, vaccine is not good. If you are doing the vaccination, study the fact sheet. How many of you have taken the vaccines? How many of you have taken the vaccines? All. It is a regret stage, but I am not criticizing it. There are 3 options. You can do the detoxification through your own Siddha medicines, or through the homeo, or I came here for a new treatment called Shivambu Seva. Are you any of you aware of this Shivambu Seva? Self-urine drinking. The urine is very powerful. It is very detoxifying. And the allopathy people tried to abuse us. They couldn't, because are you anybody aware of FMD treatment? Fecal microtransplant? Any of you? You know our shit, the stool of the people who is taking vegan. They are capsulizing and giving back, or through the enema they are pumping back. It is called fecal microtransplant, and they are charging around 10 lakhs. So when the allopathy started this fecal microtransplant, we published all over the road, urine is much more better than sheath, because it has even having the all, including the what is it called, thermal? I forget the terms in the blood. There is when they are depleting the blood now, stem cells. So the urine is having stem cells. The people are making around 29 medicines out of the urine of somebody, including the urokinase, and they are charging 20,000 rupees for the urokinase. And as there is no urine collectively available in India, they are importing the urine from China. So we are boldly telling, your own urine is the best Amrita. And in Kerala, we had an international meeting on the last May, and these are the eminent people who are all involved. He is the man who lived, most of the people who consume urine cross century. That is another thing which we can tell. And he is Dr. Banu Prakash. Almost he will be coming here. on this Saturday. He is one of the most eminent neurosurgeon from the Allopathic. He is our president, universal president, and he is Ipenvar Ekoshi, MS FRCS. He is the advisor for the Nigerian government. And he is another modern doctor from Allopathy doctor from Mumbai branch. He used to give injection also, IV. So even when Allopathy doctors itself are accepting, what is the hesitation for Siddha or Ayurveda for us? Because already it is in the text, including Bhava Prakasha, Naramotrang Garahandi. Gara means poison. In the Siddha, what it is written? For poison. This, in the Bhava Prakasha, it is written Naramotrang Garahandi. So much purified nectar it is. So at least if anybody of you, the students who are having here, have a good opportunity to come. Just to hear it, because information is power. Thank you very much. If you have got any doubts, you can clear it off. I am not asking you to promote it, but information is power. Because I am concluding. Now the allopathy doctor filed a case against Ayush asking the homeopathy should be banned from India and telling the arsenic album, which was giving as the medicine for corona vaccine, that too also from Kerala, when we have obtained through a Supreme Court cases. Even after permitting by the court, the government not allowed it for first 6 months. Then we again gone for contempt of court and got our sanction. So next their attack will be to Ayurveda and to all Siddha branches. Already you may be knowing, 200 years back, through the law, the British has banned Ayurveda. Are you aware of it? Any of you people are aware? Siddha, all branches of Ayurveda banned by the British. Then 125 years back, when one of the man from Madras, one governor, he got HIV. At that time it is called as Rajishma. He is almost dead. His dead body they want to carry to England back. But within 3 days, Musa, one of the Fishakura, Vaidya from Kerala, went and he survived. This patient got survived. And again, they are forced to re-govern the permission. Like that, our first Ayurvedic hospital started is called Kerala Samajam in 125 years. The Kottakkal you may be aware, na? Kottakkal, are you people aware? The Kottakkal managing director is a P. Tringer from the last 40 years. P.S. Vaidya. Sorry, P.K. Vaidya. He died recently in the age of 103. And our Moraji Desai was drinking this one. So when he went to the US for a visit, one of the press asked, "Sir, are you drinking the poison?" He told, "I am not drinking the poison, I am drinking my own pee, which is Amrit." So that is the way it was known to the public. So it has got around 3,790 components, 95% distilled water and 5% it is urea. The science is, even we go to their terminology, urea and the fresh lime, that are the two things which born as acid, citric acid, we used to tell now. Elimpichappadam வந்து பேசிக்காக அவங்களுக்கு சிட்ரிக் ஆசிட், ஆனால் நம்ம உள்ளே போனால் அது ஆல்கலின். அந்த மாதிரி இந்த யூரின் வந்து ஆசிட். பட் வென் யூ ஆக்சிடைஸ் through the urea, it will oxidation and it will become pure ammonia, which the pH will be around 9.5 to 10. So that is the toxin which allow all skin disease to eliminate. So aged urine we used to massage our body. In the porous soles, when anything goes from externally, it will close. But this ammonia has got a power to penetrate and detoxify. Psoriasis, heart attacks, colon cancer, any of this can be treated with urine. Such precious amrit it is. This may be a new information for you now, but all the study materials you can have. So there is an opportunity for you as well as your students to be on our Kalyana Mandapa on Saturday 12th, our chairman will be inaugurating the session. Thank you very much. Any doubts if you have, you can ask. Exactly.
The patient will like urinary tract infection or diabetic. Maybe their immune must have bacteria.
Sure, definitely. Okay. And already you vaccinated now. No. How the vaccine is creating? What is the terminology? What is the science behind it? Ushna Ushnayana Shandina means not. It is. The hot, we should have to attack with hot. So diseases they are creating and the antibody is in our body and that make us to cure. Am I right? So when including the pus coming through the urine, if you drink back, that make another resisting body in our body. So similar, motorica is the slogan for homeo. Am I right? The same is applicable here. Anything coming through the urethra or penis, you can drink. It is scientifically proved. We have got the evidence with us. And my number is 828-11-359-00. I have got a YouTube also, Thambi Nagarjuna. You can also subscribe it, Thambi Nagarjuna, 828-11-359-00. From Agastya to Bogar, the 18 people you may be knowing, and I used to worship them also because Siddha, I have got a passion with Siddha for Navapashana and all. So I have got a guru from this Siddha. So more than Ayurveda, I like the Bhasma because there are three fundamental Vat, Neet, Ut in our terms. You know what is it? Vat, Neet, Ut. There is only three way of making medicine globally. Vat means distilling, that is homeo and other medicines including the alcohol. Neet means Siddha, distilling or purifying through the fire. Ut means blending, that is Ayurveda. And you may be knowing the Arkashastra you people are teaching, Arkashastra of Ravana. Ravana you know? Ravanan. You are not aware? He is aware. Ravanan is the foremost father for pediatric treatments. Arkashastra is the book you should have to refer. So more than the your this professional job, you have got a social commitment because now WHO is cheating us. They completely changed the terminology of pandemic. Previously, 100 years back, when people are dying, death in the road without which we can't help, it is called a pandemic. Now the term they are telling, even symptoms is pandemic. That is why in Corona time, they cheat us by telling, oh, he is coughing. Like that, they are isolated. The same technology they are using to interfere into our strong democratic rule. So that also you should not allow because we have got a very strong constitution and all the rules they made in the WHO are fundamentally against this one. The soft copy I will sharing to you. So if you don't mind, you can share to them. Study all this because more than your profession, teaching to the students or say getting the salary, you people have got a social commitment because it is our country. We should have to make our country to succeed because India has got a great tradition. Jai Bharat Mata, Jai Hind.
What will you purify with the SANSKRIT?
Near?
Purification method.
Yeah, there are three purification methods. One is you can heat it to 1/4 in the mud and pot in the slow flame. Better than the firewood, the tamarind firewood is the better one. So that is the first purification method. Then you can add sulfur. Around 28 additives are there, one by one, including the gold. And I used to drink urine in the silver vessel. So other than plastic, you can use mud vessel is the best one, golden vessel, glass vessel and silver vessel. They are the four recommended. The oxidation is the best method. But all of you can drink the early morning. That means from 3 to 6, our body is creating around the 3 hormones, which you may be aware of, serotonin, dopamine and melatonin. That is why after deep sleep, we are having sushupti in the dreams. That dopamine is there. We are happy when some sweet dreams are coming. Then our sexual hormones will be vital from 3 o'clock early morning onwards. So serotonin is there. So serotonin, melatonin and dopamine, these 3 hormones are producing as more than blood, because in our terminology, we never bothered about the blood. We are interested in CSF. You may be knowing the CSF now. What is it? Yes. Cerebral spinal fluid is the most vital amrit in our body. In a normal healthy person, around 550 grams of cerebral CSF will be producing, and 155 grams the brain is kept secured, and it is called the sarpanna. So the serpent like it is from the sushupti. So if there is any crack in the CSF, we will die. So our prana is in the CSF. So as connected, comparing with the CSF, the head part and the tail part you should don't take. You take the edamutra, that means in between the urine, you should have take straight away you can drink after washing your face. As the bilingual vein is there, you can just taste simply and eat. He used to take drinking urine from the last 25 years. Our Basuma is the founder of this UUU. And another one is oxidation method. Aged urine is the best urine for external application, for massage, for nostril and for ear. And we have treated eye. For any eye problem, you can use the eye cup with the fresh urine treatment. It's damaged eyes, you can use the aged urine. Otherwise, normal urine is best one. And all urine you can keep in a glass vessel for oxidation in an open lid for 7 days. After 7 days, close it. Anyhow, you can add my number. So I will put you in the WhatsApp group, which you can have all the details. Any more things you want to ask? There are so many videos in the YouTube. Thambi Nagarjuna, just yes, boss.
Time, conference time.
10:30 it will start.
10:30.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. Today I think first day it will be 7 to 8 it will be. Second day it is only for the Indian the old members, Tenjor and they share. So 3 more papers will be presenting by the eminent people who are all already in this. Naturopathy people are there. Siddha, homeo medicine, some of the homeo medicines are from the urine, and also the homeo doctors. Now, secretly, they used to give the patients own urine by adding concentrated CM. There is a term called CM now for their terminology, 100, 200 and potency. So the concentrated form, some of the rare doctors used to add with the urine and it is giving a speedy recovery also. It's called Amarda. Urine is called as Amarda. Your course is for 5.5 years now, this Siddha course. Okay. So now the crooked WHO is planning to ban almost all our treatments. And they are thinking Ayush is supporting us. In principle, Ayush is not supporting us. They having a double standard. In the last year, they had a proposal to make the BSc nurses by studying 2 years Siddha or Ayurveda, they can be doctors. And their excuse is, in the rural area, there is no qualified doctors to treat it. But ultimately, what they are going to tell is, any nurses can be a doctor, so you are not doctors. This is inside their mind. Because from the study of all this is made by one great scientist called Dr. Rao regarding the WHO. After signing previously, we had, if you want to declare we have got the liberty. Now they are telling it is mandatory. So one by one, they are taking away our liberty and our freedom. So be cautious and be aware. So all these things too, because WHO came not to support us. They want to take the secrets of the Siddha, because our medicines are from the mind. Rishis made, we can't just put a paper and tell this is the evidence. More than the evidence, our soul is the basic evidence. And we never, only the Guru is giving Anigraha for Siddha. So that way only, we can't explain all the things. But as far as possible, you ask your students also, all the cases, document it. So if there is a case, we should have to go. We should have all evidence, scientific evidence, as they are asking. Otherwise, again, they will tell this is a pseudoscience, and they will tell you are all not doctors. So don't give a chance anymore. This sand under our foot leg is vanishing, so don't allow it. These are the informations I am having. Already 9th yesterday, we made a big slogan, WHO Quit India. We are having the boldness to tell World Health Organization. You can't tell immediately, but we can. As an independent freelance, we already made a YouTube channel and all. Awaken India has filed cases, and we are very much going through this. So be aware. I'm not telling to attack, but you should be bold enough. If somebody is coming with some question, you should have the answer for it. Otherwise, your good character, they will take it for granted and tell, oh, you people are not tomorrow no doctors, because any nurse can be by 2 years course can. But even Siddha or Ayurveda, if you want to be a foolproof qualified doctor, 10 to 15 years you should have to go to the old Paramparya Vaidya, because they know more than this 5 years capsule. Even 5 years capsule is only a degree by doctor, but practicing you should have to go very long. Am I right? So that sense also you should have. Ma'am, hope I will not bore you. And I think she is very busy, want to travel today. Na? So these messages you should have to pass to all your colleagues, because they are not to support us. So we don't want allopathy alone. We should have the equal standard and status. We are having more knowledge than them. We are not going through the engineering as telling modern. We are not alternative. You should have the guts to tell, we are in the mainframe. Allopathy is only a grandchild which is alternative. Siddha, Yoga, Ayurveda are not the alternative. You are on the mainframe. Thank you very much for the time you spent.